Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, the topic will be the age of Aisha. The age of Aisha is one of the most controversial topic, always. Even Muslims do not agree, they're not on the same page regarding this one. We hear Aisha was a child bride who was married to Muhammad when she was 6. But some Muslims claim Aisha was 14 or 15 when Muhammad married her. And some even claim she was 18 or 19. Muslim.org is a website owned by Ahmadiyya Group based in Lahore, Pakistan. They claim Aisha was 14 or 15 when Muhammad married her. First of all, let me tell you who Ahmadiyya is. It is a sect of Islam from Punjab. They now claim 10 to 20 million followers from Indonesia to South Africa. Many Muslim countries ban them and restrict their movement. In their sect, according to their belief, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad is their Mahdi and promised Messiah at the same time. They are more like Sunni Muslims. They follow Quran and the same Hadith as Sunnis. The difference is they believe Mirza Ghulam Ahmad is Mahdi. This sect split into two groups after the death of its founder, Khalifa Hakim Nuruddin in 1913. The first group, called the Lahore Ahmadiyya, led by Muhammad Ali al-Lahori. And the second one is the Qadiani Ahmadiyya, led by Ghulam Ahmad's son, Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud. The former differs from the latter in rejecting Ghulam Ahmad's prophecy. Although the former does not deny Ghulam's divine inspiration and still regard him as the promised Messiah. And it is actually weird for a group who claims to follow the same hadith as Sunni to deny what is written in Sahih Hadith. Let us check some of the hadith. By the way, my source of the hadith is sunnah.com. That's what I'm used to. You can go to muflihun.com or alim.org. They have hadith. The first hadith is Sahih Bukhari, volume 5, book number 58, hadith number 236. Yes, as you can see, chapter Marriage of the Prophet. This is the reference at the bottom. Sahih al-Bukhari 3896. First of all, before we read the hadith, we take a look of this. The reference. There are three types of reference. Sometimes they just say Al-Bukhari 3896. Sometimes they will mention the book number, book 63, hadith number 1 to 2. Or sometimes, like the way I read it in the beginning, volume 5, book 58, hadith number 236. So, let us read. Narrated Hisham's father. Khadijah died 3 years before the Prophet departed to Medina. He stayed there for 2 years or so. Then he married Aisha when she was a girl of 6 years of age, and he consumed that marriage when she was 9 years old. So, that's one hadith. Let's take a look another hadith. Hadith number 5158. So we just type Bukhari 5158. Hopefully it will show us Sunnah. Yeah, Sunnah.com. And then let me enlarge. Narrated Urwa, the Prophet wrote marriage contract with Aisha while she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage with her while she was 9 years old, and she remained with him for 9 years. Let's go to Hadith number 6130. Bukhari 6130. Book of Good Manners and Form. Okay, wait. This is the reference, as you all can see, right? Volume 8, Book 73, Hadith number 151, or Bukhari 6130. Let's read. Narrated Aisha. I used to play with dolls in the presence of the Prophet, and my girlfriends are also used to play with me. When Allah's Messenger used to enter my dwelling place, they used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. And you can see in the bracket, the playing with dolls and similar images is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time, as she was a little girl, not reached the age of puberty. But there's a problem. For the marriage to be consummated, they don't actually wait until puberty. Playing with dolls, however, is allowed until the girl reaches puberty, but not intercourse. Just to make it clear. Let's go to Sahih Muslim, Hadith number 33110. 3310, sorry. Muslim 3310. Aisha reported, Allah's apostle married me when I was 6 years old, and I was admitted to his house when I was 9 years old. Sahih Muslim 422b. Let's go to the next one. Sahih Muslim 1422c. Aisha reported that Allah's apostle married her when she was 7, and she was taken to his house as a bride when she was 9, and her dolls were with her. And when he died, she was 18 years old. So, as we can see, Aisha was with her dolls, which is crazy, right? Let's go to Sahih Muslim 5981. Muslim 5981. Aisha reported that she used to play with dolls in the presence of Allah's Messenger, and when her playmates came to her, they left because they felt shy of Allah's Messenger, whereas Allah's Messenger sent them to her. Sometimes we hear from Muslims that Muhammad waited for 3 years. Like it matters, It didn't matter, but they're trying to show that he did not have sex with or intercourse with a 6-year-old. Instead, he was waiting for 3 years. But we can read from Hadith why he was waiting for 3 years. Why the reason Muhammad waited for 3 years. We will go to Bukhari again, 3894. Bukhari 3894. This is the reference. Let us read it together. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet engaged me when I was 6, when I was a girl of 6. We went to Medina and stayed at the home of Bani al-Harith bin Karzai. Then I got ill. My hair fell down. Later on, my hair grew, and my mother, Ruman, came to me while I was playing in a swing with some of my girlfriends. She called me and I went to her, not knowing what she wanted to do with me. She caught me by the hand and made me stand at the door of the house. I was breathless. And when my breathing became all right, she took some water and rubbed my face and head with it. Then she took me into the house. There in the house, I saw some Ansari women who said, "Best wishes and Allah's blessing and good luck." Then she entrusted me to them, and they prepared me for the marriage. Unexpectedly, Allah's apostle came to me in the forenoon, and my mother handed me over to him. And at the time, I was a girl of 9 years of age. So this hadith showing the age of Aisha, and then I got ill. Here. So it was not the goodness of his heart, or it didn't matter. There's no difference between 6 and 9, really, right? Let us read the other hadith, another one more. Bukhari, Sahih Muslim 3309. Muslim 3309. Nope, not that. Not this one. Muslim 3309. 1422b or A. Sorry, I made mistake. Muslim. I have to use the other 14. The other numbering. Because sometimes when you type one numbering, if it didn't work, you have to type the other style, the other type of numbering, and then it will show you a different. So this Sahih Muslim 1422a or book 8, hadith number 3309. Aisha reported, Allah's messenger married me when I was 6 years old, and I was admitted to his house at the age of 9. She further said, we went to Medina and I had an attack of fever for a month. My mother and my hair had come down to my earlobes. Ruman, my mother, came to me, and I was at the time on a swing along with my playmates. She called me loudly, and I went to her. I did not know what she had wanted of me. She took hold of my hand and took me to the door, and I was saying, haha, as if I was gasping. Until the agitation of my heart was over, she took me to a house where had gathered the women of the Ansar. They all blessed me and wished me good luck, and said, may you have share in a good. She, my mother, entrusted me to them. They washed my head and embellished me, and nothing frightened me. Allah's messenger came there in the morning, and I was entrusted to him. So there was a sickness Aisha had. Although in this hadith it says 1 month. But as you can see, the previous hadith did not say. So Muhammad was not really waiting for 3 years until Aisha was 9. It seems like he did not have a choice, because he didn't know what kind of sickness she had. And again, it is very common for Muslims to reject hadith, embracing hadith as fake. Even it says Shahi, as you can see. When it says Shahi, it means authentic. By the way, Sahih Muslim and Sahih Al-Bukhari are all Sahih, or Shahiyah, that's how they say it. Shahiyah, that's how they say it, yeah. There's not one of the hadith is acceptable or weak. Every one of them is Shahiyah. It is like when Muslims reject ISIS fighters or Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, or those fighters, Al-Nusra. They always say, oh, they're not Muslims. So what are they? Every time they attack, they shouted, Allahu Akbar. And the latest attack, the person who attacked 3 people in a church and killed 3 people, he shouted Allahu Akbar and had Quran with him. Why is he not Muslim? Anyway, they will do whatever it takes. They will say whatever it is to get out from this awkward situation. For non-Muslims, all you need is to Google it. If you don't have internet connection, you can easily stand outside the wall of Starbucks or McDonald's to get a free Wi-Fi. If you're in North America, in the States, or in Canada, please do so. Just type a little bit and you will find it. That is all from me. Thank you for listening and watching. For those with internet connection and for those without internet connection, God bless you all. Have a nice day.